welcome to the Live Connection podcast. I'm Peter. Today I got Jarrod and Grayden with me today. How's it going, guys?
Good.
That's good.
Good.
That's good to hear. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but sometimes I get angry in relation to video games. It doesn't happen often, but once in a while, I might get a little excited about a thing or two. So as I was perusing the internet, as one does, I came across a recent survey that was done the last week, or at least it was published in the last week, it's titled Angry Gamer Stats. Immediately, I'm intrigued. Immediately, I'm like, all right, can I relate to these people? I don't know. If you guys were to put a game at the number one for being where players have the most physical, verbal aggression, anger, and general hostility, what game would you say? If you have to pick the game that's number one.
That's tough. It's got to be a super popular game because otherwise it wouldn't be number one.
Okay. Is this like in general or for you in particular?
No, just in general. For this survey, like they determine which games have the most amount of toxicity and general badness to play. It was not exactly what I would have thought.
I'm gonna put Siege up as number one.
Ooh, Siege. Very interesting. There's a lot
Don't play the odds game. I'm gonna go Fortnite.
Ooh. So neither of you was right. Siege actually didn't even make the top 10. The first one.
Wow, it's so toxic.
The first one is Battlefield.
Oh.
I guess Battlefield followed.
Which one?
It just Battlefield in general. That's all it says.
I've never heard anyone like get mad. Like you never see like rage quit videos on YouTube or anything for Battlefield.
The facts don't lie, Jarrod. The top five were Battlefield, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the newest one, FIFA. Here's a surprise: Animal Crossing. GTA 5 online.
I fucking hate when people don't play Animal Crossing right. It pisses me off.
There's an above average amount of people who get verbally aggressive within Animal Crossing.
Oh my god. That's stupid.
What about platform? Like out of Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo,
Xbox.
You think Xbox? Yeah,
Xbox.
it's Xbox. You guys.
I was gonna say it's Xbox or PC, but I feel like it's Xbox, and that's just coming from again all the YouTube we used to watch was like Xbox people getting like raging. So I just I'll be like Grayden. Let's play the odds.
Fortnite was number 6 for the most physically aggressive, and also weird ones that made it on was Candy Crush and Angry Birds. People,
really?
Middle-aged moms getting upset over Candy Crush. Being angry turned out there was a 25 more likely percentage to damage equipment if you're an angry gamer. Big surprise there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I was super surprised to see Animal Crossing up there.
I don't understand. How do you get mad at someone playing Animal Crossing? It's a fucking like how do you?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but watch out there. If you're out there on other people's islands, you might meet a shady crowd. Someone doesn't like what you're doing. Oh, here's some physical aggression. Here's some verbal aggression.
So I tried looking it up because I'm confused too. And the first search result that comes back was PETA is mad at Animal Crossing.
Okay, well, you got to delve into some in-depth stuff here, Grayden. You can't just.
I'm not doing
tease,
that.
Can't tease the surface of something like that.
PETA is a rabbit hole that you can very easily fall in down.
I'm really surprised that some of the MOBAs aren't in there, or like or Siege or stuff like that. Because the MOBAs, remember Smite? Like if you played on your own ever, like you didn't play with one of your friends or something, you would get like if you could be the best player all game, you make one simple mistake and they're like, "Fucking get out of here, go play casual." Or if you're playing casual, like stop playing the game, you suck at the game. So it's like I'm surprised that those aren't up there. I was gonna put Overwatch as another one, but I feel like Overwatch kind of died off a little bit here, where it's not as big of a game anymore.
Yeah,
like there's the hardcore fan base that play it, but the vast majority of people have moved on to other things like Warzone or stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Call of Duty, but
but you went.
Call of Duty's always a good option for like rage-inducing games.
There's enough,
and it's usually because of the game mechanics that absolutely piss people off. But they blame it on the people who know how to utilize the mechanics very well.
Well, I mean, look at how Call of Duty multiplayer is built. It's built for you to die over and over again. That's how they intended it. There's no point getting upset that you're doing it exactly as they want.
Well, and it's like everyone always yells because they're like, oh, I hate campers, but then they'll yell, oh, I hate those people that run around and just spray and pray. It's like, so what kind of game style do you want that you won't hate? It's because they're killing you. They want to be number one. If they're winning, they don't care.
That's a great playlist for a game type. You just win every time. You enter and you just get the victory.
And it just gives you the max kill. It's like for team deathmatch gives you 75 kills so that you have all the points.
Walk one step. Oh, thousands of XP.
Oh man. Yeah, that's talking about rage inducing, because this I hate false advertisement. I hate when people fucking they can't just say what they're gonna do. They always have to beat around the bush so that they're hiding things, but it always comes out in the end. And that's with like Sony's whole thing where Ubisoft completely threw Sony under the bus and said, oh, Sony's not backwards compatible for PS3, PS2, or PS1. It's only PS4 games that are backwards compatible for this console. And yet Sony before was like, oh no, we're backwards compatible, like just flat out statement, no specifics around it. They're just like, yeah, we're backwards compatible now. So because as soon as Xbox said, oh yeah, we're compatible right through everything, they immediately were just like, yeah, we're compatible too. But then Ubisoft's like, no, you're not all compatible. You're just compatible with the last generation of games. So I hate when that happens. It's like, just say what you're going to do. You don't have to be backwards compatible. That's appealing to a certain type of gamer. But it's like, just be honest. Stop fucking beating around the bush.
Yeah, but like until they have to provide those details, if I was them, I wouldn't have either. I would have tried to make it as broad as possible. They didn't lie to you. They just kind of blurred the line.
Yeah, but I'd rather be the ones that unveil it than have another company me about it. Right? Because that makes you look really bad. Because what that tells me is most likely Ubisoft and them were having a conversation because they were trying to get advertisements for their own games and stuff. And Sony was like, no, you can't say anything about it. And then Ubisoft was just like, well, fuck you. We're going to say whatever we want. We're a big enough company. So I just hate when they do that.
Ubisoft went back and removed that blurb they put about it.
Did they?
Yeah, after it went out, people started talking about it. They're like, oops, nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, that's funny. I just think like, because Sony appeals to like its newest exclusives, right? Like they don't really emphasize their backwards compatibility, whereas Microsoft really emphasizes you can play all your games that you played in the past. You can play all your stuff. If you specialize in something, just stick to what you're good at. Like you don't have to necessarily be the exact same as every other console, you know? Like there has to be some differences between the consoles, otherwise you might as well not. But you might as well not care and just have everything so you can play on everything without any issues. So you're
upset about the way they framed their backwards compatibility, but you like the lack of backwards compatibility.
No, I appreciate that consoles go after something different. I can appreciate that companies aren't all looking for the exact same thing. That's what I can appreciate. I won't buy it because I think backwards compatibility is something that should be there, because you did spend all this money on games that you bought in the past, so why can't you play those games on current generation consoles? Especially when old games require a minuscule amount of the power to run them on these new consoles, and most of them you just have to put, like for PC for example, we'll use old games like I don't know, the old Command and Conquers and stuff like that. You have to run on compatibility mode because they're not made to run on Windows 10 or Windows 7 onward. But that's all you have to do is just put in compatibility mode, and then it basically dumbs down Windows 10 so it can run it based on the operating system that it's most familiar with. So I mean, that's essentially all you have to do for the console as well, is make it able to basically slow itself down so it's not trying to outrun the game. And then you can play it. But again, who knows what they had to add to their console to do that. Like, I don't know the intricacies of what they have to do for consoles for backwards compatibility, so I can't really speak entirely on it, but
surely it's just like developing an emulator, right? Like, surely that's all
it can't be too hard. I can't see it being too hard. Like, maybe disc-based might be a little bit tougher to deal with. But even then, I mean, you just have to make it again so the disc gets read, and then it decides, okay, is it a current generation game or another generation? Then send it either to the emulator or send it to the main operating. Like, it's...
Man, we should start making consoles.
There is no disc, though, anymore. Everything's digital.
No, like old games, Grayden. I'm talking about old games where people have bought all the games. Like, I have PS2 games up here that if I had a PlayStation 5, I'd really like to play, but I'm not gonna get a PlayStation 5 knowing I can't play them, because a lot of them I'm not gonna rebuy on digital copy.
I mean, maybe that's been Nintendo's biggest market for years. Speaking of, what do you guys think of the triple Mario pack coming out?
You know, like, they remastered the Mario 64 and DS, like years ago. Why couldn't they have given us that? Why do they give us the shitty original? I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm going to buy the game. Whatever.
Wait, they did nothing. They did nothing for the games. Like, they haven't upgraded them at all.
They upgraded the resolution, and that's it. So it'll run in HD, but it's still going to be. Otherwise, they're essentially not touched at all. Yeah, see, that's face. That's exactly the face I made when I read that. I was like,
I can understand, like, the side scrollers keeping them the same because that's just the look of them. But 3D games always look better with better graphics and better, like, mechanics. Like, side scrollers, you jump and go. Like, if it was a Super Mario Bros. For, like, Super Nintendo or something, whatever, because that's just its style. It has its style. It's a side scroller. But for the 3D ones, I mean, they could make those worlds look spectacular, and they just didn't take the time to. It's like, oh, we haven't released something in like 2 days, so we need to release the next thing we can release, and this is it. Here you go. Here's 3 games in one. Congratulations.
If I was Mr. Bowser over at Nintendo America, what I would have said is, let's remake Mario 64. Let's take the Odyssey engine and do Mario 64 and that, and then just do what they did for Sunshine and Galaxy, because those two are new enough. The upscale resolution will probably be fine. It'll probably be enough, but Nintendo 64 game might be pushing that one a little bit.
That's a bit of a stretch, I'd say.
But I'm still gonna buy it. I never played Sunshine or Galaxy, so.
I also was looking at it because I talked to you guys about buying a Mario game, and I was looking into it, but I have never played the 3D ones. I've only played the side scroller ones, so I'd be interested to play some 3D ones. So why not get access to a lot of them? Because I heard they're fun from what I heard, but I just hadn't had the chance to play them because because those both came out on the Wii U or Wii?
No,
both of those?
So Mario 64 is obviously Nintendo 64.
Yeah, 60.
Sunshine was on the GameCube, and Mario Galaxy was on the Wii.
Okay, because I had a GameCube. I didn't get Sunshine. I had it for a while, and then I got the Wii. I don't know. But I know I haven't played those two. I think I played a bit of 64 at my friend's house on his Nintendo 64, but I think that was about it. Besides that, most of my gameplay for Mario was on the Mario on Wii, and then Super Mario Bros. On Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
For some reason, I was worried you were going to say Mario Run.
No, I don't even know what's Mario Run.
That's the mobile game. The mobile
side I remember that. No, I'll probably get it too. I agree. Like, I hate when companies try to just push stuff out. Like, you could make a game look better, and if they did that, make it look better, I bet you'd have way more people buy it. Because right now, I bet there's a lot of people that are walking the line of, well, why am I going to buy this again? Because let's face it, if you've played a lot of Nintendo games, odds are you bought the Wii, the Wii U, the GameCube, the Switch, the Nintendo DS. You probably bought all the consoles. So it's like you most likely played all of these games down the road and still have access to play all of them. So unless they make drastic changes to them, why are you just going to play them on your newest console?
Like, I could
because they're here now.
Yeah, exact. Because they're on the Switch. I could easily download an emulator, download the game file, and just play it like I will on the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand. I've never understood the buy it multiple times thing. I just can't. I find it hard unless I can truly say that whatever I'm buying it again on is a superior way to play it. I can't convince myself.
How many
to
times
buy
you
it
bought
again.
Skyrim?
Only once.
Ah, fuck you. Damn it. What about Minecraft? Minecraft, you must have bought it at least twice.
Because Skyrim came out on. Did I buy it on? I'm trying to look at what I have here.
There's a few games that come to mind.
I did. Sorry, I bought Skyrim twice because I bought it on PS3 originally, and then I bought it on Xbox. But in all fairness to that, my PlayStation 3 died, and I wasn't going to buy another PS3.
I mean, you said you're only going to buy it again if there's a significant improvement, but I mean, that's what you said, not me.
Okay, I made one game choice where I didn't buy it for a significant improvement, and the rest of the times I have. So fuck you.
Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'll get these Mario games, but I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be grumbling the entire time.
You're not going to be happy about
yeah.
They're full price, right? There's still be an $80.
Oh, and
no, I thought it was 70. I thought it was 71 something.
Nope. You are incorrect.
Fuck.
And another thing about it, it's only available for a limited time.
Oh shit!
That's how they're pushing it. That was a smart move on their part. That's a good marketing play.
It's dumb though. It's available for like 7 months from when it launches, and then from there on forward, it's only available every March. Because that's when Mario's 30th anniversary is. That's dumb. That's Nintendo. You hear me? Are you listening to this? That is dumb. Change your policy.
That's very stupid.
Multi-billion-dollar company. Listen to me. Yeah. I'm the guy with a microphone.
That's exactly what they should do. I know. I gotta Google this. I gotta read
so
the details.
Stupid. So dumb.
3D All Stars. They could have. I would have liked Super Mario Galaxy 2 in there as well if they're not going to remaster the games.
I've never played Galaxy. Is it fun?
I've heard good things about it.
It's a lot of fun, actually.
But
I never played it to completion, but I played it a little bit.
Isn't it available on Switch?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't just do like a big release of like all the 3D Mario games, not just.
You remember how we were talking about them making lots of money in dumb ways? So the other pack they announced is Super Mario 3D World, which is another 3D Mario, but that one's being sold separately. That one you gotta make two $80 purchases if you want both of them.
Okay, wait. So 3D World, what does it include?
It's just that game and an expansion they developed for this re-release. But it's
do you say Paper Mario?
No, Super Mario 3D World, where he's a cat. That cat one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let me hear it. I need some.
Yeah, so they're selling 2 packs, even though
they're virtually the same, except for one just has a DLC.
No, sorry. So the 3D All Stars has those 3 games we were talking about, and this other pack just has 3D World and an expansion for that game. So the other game's just one.
That's so fucking irritating.
And I bet you any money next year that Zelda's 35th anniversary, they're gonna do the exact same shit. Watch them come out with like one game pack will have 3 Zelda games, and another game pack will have a different 3 Zelda games. That way, you gotta buy both.
The other game pack will be Breath of the Wild, but the catch is you have to buy the Breath of the Wild version and the DLC. Otherwise, you can't get the DLC. You can't use your old copy of Breath of the Wild. You have to buy a whole new. It's gonna be like Breath of the Wild.
Wilder edition.
Wilder edition, and then you get the DLC. You can't buy it separate. It has to be with the game. That's so fucking frustrating.
Coming to the Switch 2?
Yeah, Switch 2. Yeah, whatever they call that. I think that's more or less actually confirmed now.
Yeah.
Isn't it from what they were rumoring it? All it is like a better display. That's the biggest thing for it is the better display.
No, well, I'm sure there will be a better display. There's going to be a better battery. People always complain about that. And they better, oh my lord, they better fix the Joy-Cons. If they don't fix the Joy-Cons, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do.
What if they add
You're not going to buy one. You're going to wait until people buy you one.
I'm not buying one. I'm not buying one.
I don't play enough of my Switch to buy a second Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I finally beat. I'm almost beat. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm almost beating. Like I have like one more gym left on Pokemon Sword, and I find the games have just gotten easier. I miss the days where the game felt like a challenge when you were facing things, but now it's just like my Pokemon are so overpowered that no gym even.
It's like zero thought. It's just like I'm dead. Oh fuck! I unplugged my mic. Let's wait. Hello? Can you hear me?
Who cares about defense?
Sorry, I got too excited. I unplugged my mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
But I don't know. It's been alright. There's a few games I was looking at. I kind of want to get Breath of the Wild, but I really don't want to spend $80 on a game that I don't know if I'm gonna play a whole lot of.
Like I don't know. At least like a couple of the guys have physical copies.
I think I have a physical copy.
Grayden, do you want to be the biggest homie? I allow you to use my internet.
I was gonna say we'll make a handoff where I'll give you my entire Xbox and you update my fucking catalog, and then you can have one game.
I've been waiting for you to bring it over. This would be a perfect weekend to do it because I'm not doing anything. I'm at my house. I'm at my house all weekend.
I do that then.
Because I've been wanting to play it. I can't spend $80 on a game right now. I just don't want to.
Aren't I thought you were getting tired of open world games?
I was getting tired of open world games. That's also why I was kind of hesitant to spend the $80 on it, because that's also why I don't know if I'd play a whole lot of it right out of the gate. I've been playing a few kind of open but closed world. Like I've been doing some stuff in Fallout with mods, so it's not really playing the game itself. It's more just fucking around with mods in the game, seeing what different mods can do and all that kind of stuff. It's been pretty interesting. There's a lot of mods for like building stuff. But anyways, I've been trying to play some other more linear games. Like I know Mass Effect I've been playing a little bit of. I'm going to play Resident Evil 7 now that it's out on Game Pass, which I was pretty excited about. There's a cool strategy game that was actually on the Epic Game Store that was for free that I was going to check out. It's this Into the Breach. It's like
Into the Breach is very good.
Yeah, it looks really. I want to try it out because I love those turn-based strategy games, and it looks like a really good one. So I was gonna check that one out.
Yes, enjoy.
There's a few things. There's a few things I've been looking at just because, like I said, I had gotten tired of doing so much open world stuff. And I think that's one of the reasons I had such a hard time getting into gaming right now is because I've done so much where it's like there's just endless. Like you can't even focus on one thing. There's just so much being thrown at you in different directions. So I don't know. And then we talked about like us four, you, myself, Eric, and Grayden doing Dying Light because it's a 4-player co-op. So we talked about doing Dying Light again for the DLC.
That DLC is out, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
new DLC? Oh, I forgot about that. Right.
It's like the Doom DLC.
So I don't know. There's definitely some more linear games that we're going to be playing. Like I know Dying Light's open world, but it's very like push in one direction kind of open world. There's not too much where it makes you wander around as much as like Fallout or Skyrim or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if I can borrow that, Grayden, unless you're really playing it a lot right now.
Hold that ransom. Get more out.
I've been playing Paper Mario lately. That's really the only thing I've been playing.
So you have been using your Switch. I'm proud of you.
I've actually been using my Switch a bit. I've actually been playing Tetris.
Oh,
yeah.
The D-pad's
yeah,
not upsetting you anymore?
Using the D-pad,
I feel like there's some sort of video coming out of this. I feel like there's some sort of...
I can't record the Switch Lite. There's no way. So there's
no possible...
Ooh, Grayden. Going back to 2009. But no, the D-pad... Wait, what are you saying, Jarrod?
Because is it a micro USB or something? Or sorry, micro HDMI?
It's a USB-C. Like I don't have a way It's a Switch Lite. There's no HDMI. There's no way to get the Elgato signal. It's a handheld. Look, it's right here. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, the Fisher Price toy, right? I forgot about.
It's been here the whole time.
The thing that Matt paid for, and the rest of us kind of put in a few bucks.
I'm not complaining.
I hate. There's nothing that pisses me off more than how Peter gets things. Like,
maybe I'll browse the hard drive. Put it right here.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I gave you that one for free because it was my old one.
It was a present. Like, you sound like, hey, kid, here's my secondhand trash.
Hey, you've used it. It's good use, right?
Yeah.
Why have you been playing Tetris, Peter?
Well, just like when I'm like in the mornings and I watch a TV show and it's not engaging enough for my stupid brain, so I need something else to do.
I find myself doing that a lot with a lot of shows that I watch now, where it's like I don't mind sitting and watching stuff, but I need to be doing something with my, like, actively doing something. Otherwise, I get bored or I'll fall asleep or something. Yeah. Like, I find that at night when Bobby and I watch movies now. Like, unless the movie's really good, I'll literally just start drifting off. But if we play games late, right? Like, we can usually game pretty late if we get in the swing of things. But it's because we're actively doing something. If I'm just sitting there, I find it too easy to get too relaxed, and then I lose not even paying attention, essentially.
I watched an episode of Food Wars, the anime, the other night, and I was like leaning forward in my seat and I was super engaged. I was like, wow, like plot and character development and like everything is so much better than anything else on TV right now.
Yeah, Food Wars.
I haven't seen it before.
You should.
No, it's awesome.
If
it's
you
so
want
good.
to be disappointed in your cooking skills and be hungry constantly, it's a great show to watch.
Yeah.
Making bread today.
All real techniques.
There's lots of like people have recreated how they make the meals and stuff, like shot from the anime, which is cool.
That's interesting.
Anger.
No, anger. How's Paper Mario been? Because I've heard good things about that one.
It's been fun. It's been a cheeky little like lay back, relax. I don't really have much to do. I'm just gonna play some Mario, and it's actually pretty engaging. The ring is pretty creative. The combat is unique, sometimes stupid, but that's just because I'm dumb. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it.
Worth the full price so far?
That's the thing. I don't know if it's worth a full $80. I'm definitely getting my time out of it. Like, it's a longer game than I thought it would be, but it's...
Well, that's kind of how, Peter, you judge your stuff, right? Is you base it on how much time you get out of the game, as whether it's worth the $80 or not?
Yeah, like bringing it back to like the Mario games we were talking about. I'm fine buying that at $80 because 3 games, I'm sure I can get 80 hours out of that. I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah.
So like that's totally worth the full price to me.
Yeah, no, totally. I started to look at things a little bit more that way. Unless there's like some sort of big game, like a game that maybe in a franchise that I really have loved in the past, I'll buy it without having to worry about the 80 hours, just because then it's more nostalgia and getting in with a game that I actually know I enjoy. But if it's a game that I'm not sure about, I want to get at least a good amount of time out of it just to make it worth it. It's kind of like that's kind of like Destiny 2 for me. It was like to me it wasn't worth the game. Like, I could have just stuck with Destiny 1. It was literally the same shit. But I still got at least 80 hours out of that game playing it. Damn. So I mean,
I think you unplugged yourself. Never mind.
No, I think Grayden because I played with Grayden.
No, we played a lot. We played a lot of Destiny 2, and it was one of those situations where we were just like angry that we were playing it.
Yeah,
very familiar with that.
We were gonna fucking play it because we bought it. I think that was literally a conversation we had when we started playing it. Is it wasn't great, but we're like, we're gonna fucking do it now. The thing that pissed me off in Destiny, and still to this day makes me angry, is when we played Destiny. Was it Destiny 1 we played together when you guys weren't playing it, but Grayden and I had bought it right off release? And then Grayden and I worked so hard to get our light levels up to like whatever is like 25 or something. And then you guys fucking launched the game. And it's like, here, free level 25. And Grayden and I were just like, you motherfuckers.
That was me. I was one of those people.
I was so mad about that because the grinding that we did to fucking get to that, and then you guys come into the game and it's like, here you go, good work.
I didn't even have any like conception of what it was giving me. There's this rage from you guys. I was like, oh, this must be good. This must be something they had to work for.
Fuck. That's so stupid. That game still pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like Destiny 2, they're like, it's somehow still going, and like now they have like
they have another update.
They have the deal with Game Pass that like all future updates and updates, like all updates that have come out, will be available. So
I just don't know if that's. I guess it's whatever, right? Because if people on Game Pass will play it just because it's free, but I don't know. I feel like for Game Pass, they have quite a few good deals coming out, especially with next gen console, where a lot of games are launching on Game Pass. But I think they need to make better deals with games that are like cross compatible games right now, because then they can pull more. Like if Microsoft wants to pull more people into Xbox and buying the new console, that's realistically what they have to do, because otherwise Sony, I think, might take it again. I don't know.
So what do you want them to do?
Well, like make more deals with like, you know how they used to have the COD deal, and a lot of people would buy Xbox because Call of Duty and Xbox had a big deal where it was like they get all the stuff like a month earlier. They had all those special releases for Microsoft in the past, and now it's like reversed because now Sony has the deal with Activision, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer. But I think they need to do more like that, where they take big name games companies like those and then make deals more towards Game Pass than they have been. Because right now they've almost been making deals with kind of like the games that people were already hesitant about to begin with. So I feel like they need to make better deals and to draw more people.
Sounds like you're dissing indie games right now.
Well, I'm just saying. Indie games don't necessarily draw people to a console.
Hey,
I'd say they draw people more to PC than they do a console.
You'd be nice.
I am being nice. I said that they draw people to the more played system.
No.
Hey, can I ask what Minecraft Live is?
Oh.
I don't want to know.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I know this. Actually, hello.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
I'm in the knowledge with Minecraft going on.
Thank you. Enlighten me.
I hate myself. So essentially, like Minecraft, like there's Minecon. That's what it's called. It's just Minecon in 2020. It's all digital. It's the Minecraft convention. That's all there is to it. It's just.
All right. That's not even worth it. I don't care.
Yeah. I was like scrolling through news this morning and I saw that. So I was like, oh, okay, that's very nice. Keep going.
I mean, news I probably only care about, but Nvidia revealed their new graphics cards for the next generation of cards, and they're fucking insane. Like, the 2080 used to be the top dog when it came to, that's what everyone was like, oh, if you want ray tracing in games, you need to have the 2080 or the 2070 to play it. And now they came out with the 3000 series where they have the 3070, the 3080, and now the 3090, which is insane. This apparently, like, the dimensions of this thing, it's a foot long. First off, like, it's a foot long and it's 5 inches wide, so it's like a freaking box of a card.
Foot long?
Yeah. And its memory is 24 gigabytes. It's ridiculous. It's expensive, but this graphics card, if you bought this graphics card, you probably wouldn't have to buy another graphics card for 10 years.
10 months maybe?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
What are you talking about? The 2080 series was around for 7 years before they came out with a card that topped it, which is now.
Yeah, but when that launched, it was like ahead of its time, and it was priced.
So is the 3090. The 3090 is ahead of its time.
Well, how much is the 3090?
It was $1,500.
But I could buy my entire computer. Didn't cost that much.
Oh man, my computer costs more than that.
Yeah, well, you're also insane though.
No, because like I play a lot more PC games than you do, Peter. I do a lot more on my PC than you do.
If I had a better computer, I would do more things, but...
Well, that seems like that's the issue right there. You didn't want to...
I'm not denying this is my problem. I'm just saying that in perspective...
Yeah, but your argument was that you...
If I had the money...
15 grand? Why would you pay... What are you paying 15 grand for?
Because you want 27 monitors.
Oh.
27.
No, the one behind him is my monitor. I'll take that away from his count.
That one. No,
yeah, that's my mon.
Yeah, that's his. The rest, these two I paid for, actually. The rest were either stolen or... No, I'm joking. No, I bought them.
Found on the curb.
Oh, God. Someone was gifting it as a present, and Peter went and stole it from under their tree.
Maybe I just complained that I didn't have an extra TV for long enough, and eventually one found its way here.
I hate that works for you.
You know, it doesn't work with everything, though. Despite my tries, my pleas, EA has continued to mess up Sims 4. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the state of Sims 4, but so they launched it and it's just missing all these features. People are like, why are you releasing it if it's not done yet? But it was done. The whole rest of the game was just behind paywalls. Yay. I think last time I looked at a video like that recounted all the prices, it was about an extra $600 to buy all the DLCs. Yeah, so it's not like it's a little season pass or something. No. And even with all these DLCs, it still doesn't have essential features people had in past Sims game. So like there's this big poll that Sims did to say, hey, what do you guys want in the game? And so this poll, I did the math, it got close to 200,000 votes for things people want. And they're like, all right, thanks for your feedback. We're developing a new DLCs. People are like, wow, maybe they'll actually listen. Do you think they listened? No. So what they did is they're like, wow, this is a list of 21 different items people want. Let's go all the way to the bottom and do the one no one wanted. The one that people wanted the least, which was a Star Wars cosmetic pack.
So, speaking because I've played Sims 4 before, I own it. I'm looking at the little icon in the bottom screen there because Chelsea and I played it when it first came out, and I've played it occasionally since. It is not a game that it lacks. Like, I don't know. Did you guys ever play Sims 2?
A little bit.
I never played any Sims.
Sims 2 is to me the best Sims that had been released. Because I played Sims 2, played Sims 3, and played Sims 4. Sims 2, to me, it just covered, like, everything. Because that was still in that gaming generation where DLCs weren't as big. Like, it wasn't like, we're going to put out this game, but we're saving these other things for later. It was more like, we need this game to be the best possible game on launch. We can have it, and then we'll move on to something else. Sims 2 had a lot more to it. Sims 4, I mean, it has basics. Like, it has the basics people are familiar with Sims, but the customizability just isn't there. And I think that's where they're lacking a ton of features. And it is like the house customizability in the old game was a lot better. The sim customizability was a lot better. Like, it's just lacking a lot of things. And I've seen all those DLCs. Every time you launch the game, it's kind of like Forza, where they fucking shove a DLC ad in your face. They do that all the time in Sims when you launch it.
Holy shit. Actually, speaking of like games and stuff, did you guys hear about the ruckus Madden has caused?
No, what'd they do?
So Madden, in case you're unfamiliar, the last couple of years of Madden, people have uncovered that it's literally a copy and paste. Like in Madden 20, people found Madden 19 logos everywhere in the game. That's some cringe. You don't want to be caught doing that. So what happens this year? The exact same thing. And the game was broken at launch. It's people did not like it to the point where it's now the lowest rated game on Metacritic ever. ever.
Wow.
It's the number one.
Grayden was so shocked that he left
to the streets right now.
I want to wait to bring up okay, he's back now. Okay, so Gray and I play NHL all the time, right? And because of EA Access, I got access to NHL 20 because they put it on there when the next gen comes out. So I always test them out just to see, because Grayden and I usually buy every other NHL just because to us there's not enough new stuff in every generation to make it worth it. And usually the second generation, like for example, the odd number generations seem to do better for whatever reason. They always are like better rated, better games. I will give them credit. Like 20 isn't super different from NHL 2019, but at least they do things like graphic overhauls, like the gameplay runs smoother, stuff like that. Like there's obviously always those glitchy features that sports games always have that people get mad about, because it's just like, I don't know why they can't fix them, but they always happen. Like we have times where Grayden and I will be playing NHL and there'll be the dumbest goal that goes in which should never fucking go in, but it does. But at least with NHL, they do make a new game, or they like they take the base of the old game and then add on to it and make something new out of it. That's so stupid. That shouldn't even be allowed. That's like crime what they've done there.
I saw this awesome tweet. I don't know if I can find it now, but it compared it was like when you win a major event in the game. I can't remember exactly what it was, but for the past 4 games, it was the exact same animation. The exact same animation. What do they do for a full
That's
year?
awesome.
What how is this allowed? How is this the Madden video games have made billions of dollars. How is this allowed? What do they just like at home all the time? They're like, oh, it's 3 months from release. Maybe we should start pressing Command C and Command V.
Did you guys ever watch that? Did you guys watch that high score documentary?
On the back of the jerseys, that's it.
Yeah.
Did you never watch that high score documentary on Netflix?
No.
So EA Sports Games is one of the seasons in that one. It's like the introduction, because they basically go for old games up to the 90s, right? And then up to the 2000s. They hard stop, because the documentary is supposed to be talking about the development of gaming and how it's come to be what it is now. They do a season where they talk about the introduction of sports games, and the sports game was introduced to Sega, and it was the Madden, like the first Madden NFL football game. And they talk about how, like, I don't know what happened to EA. I don't understand what happened, but when you listen to the guy who founded it, who founded the EA, there was so much passion behind what they wanted to do. They wanted to do something that changed gaming. They were like, oh, there's all these old sports games where it's like, you just have this little dot on the screen and it was like a makeshift almost simulation going on. But they wanted to like hardcore make this unique, make it excellent. And now like every time I was watching an episode where EA's fucking dirty name was mentioned, I was thinking, man, in 20 years you guys are going to be really angry with where EA is at right now.
You see, Jerry, what happened was in 2010 they reached their goal. They did it. They set out what they needed to do, and they were like, job done. And then you just copied and paste the rest of the year.
Oh, it's just so stupid. EA, it's shitty because EA has a lot of rights to a lot of really good like franchises, and yet they don't do jack shit with any of them. Like, it's just stupid. Their only good game recently to me was the last Star Wars game they released, and then besides that, and that wasn't really directly them. They just oversee and publish it, right? So it's not even like directly them involved, but still, the last good game with their fucking name on it was that. And then besides that, they've had such a hard time dealing with anything.
Actually, I'm curious to take a look at like what games they've released in the past 2 years and see just the train wreck, the mess they've left behind them.
Like, it just can't be good. Like, it I just don't understand, because EA is a joke. It's like you have a few companies in the gaming world right now that are a bit of a joke. EA is one of them. Bethesda's another one. There's just a couple that you can just like be like, you guys have gone downhill so significantly since you first started your whole dealio. Because Bethesda had an episode in the thing as well, with Doom, the original Doom game coming out, and they were talking. And those guys, it was funny because when they released Doom, like the original Doom game, there was no games that were like it. There was its unique first person shooter where you would go around. It's really gory, all that kind of stuff. They announced the game before they even started producing Doom. They were like, oh, we announced it and we're releasing it now, which I kind of laughed at. It worked because that still was a huge game, and that was a huge turning point for gaming into first person shooters. But it was just funny because he literally was joking about it. It's like, yeah, we kind of announced it and set a deadline for ourselves, so we had to be done by that point. Nowadays, it's like, oh, we're not done. It's postponed 3 months. Like, it's so stupid. Things have changed. Companies suck nowadays.
I'm waiting on Cyberpunk to restore my faith in humanity. I'm relying on it. If it fails, I don't know. I don't know what happens then.
Peter stops gaming.
Hey, so I went to look up EA games and what's recently come out and stuff. And I'm just scrolling through a list on the EA website of like things that have recently come out. And you were talking about Sims 4, Peter, and how it's all broken up into tiny little things. It almost doesn't even look like DLCs. Like I got Sim 4, Nifty Knitting, Sim 4, Eco Lifestyle, Sims 4, Discover University, and like they're separate little.
How do you get away with that? What? How is that allowed?
The only one that I've heard is actually kind of worth it is that Discover University one. Apparently, it's actually a pretty good DLC, but it shouldn't be one that you have as a DLC. Like, actually, that one. Let's give it fairness. That could be a DLC. Half of the other shit shouldn't be a DLC. That should just be part of the game.
Even the university, how do I simulate my Sims life? I want them to go to post-secondary. Like that's just not an option. I pay $80 and they're like, no, pay more.
No,
that's the most realistic part.
I know. No, that's
Peter, you can become a chef. You can become a police officer. You can become a teacher without education. You can become go into the army. You can become an IT guy with no education. You just happen to have the skills for IT.
Google.
It's just, yeah. EA is... The shitty thing about it is no matter what, EA is going to make money. It doesn't matter how shitty their games are because people aren't going to boycott them hard enough to make EA change.
Well, it's just like with the Madden thing, the hashtag that was going around was NFL cancel EA, pull the contract. But it's still making all this money. NFL doesn't care. But do they get their check every month? Good. Keep making games, EA.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you had like a hard stop on the company or you had like literally everyone be like, no, we are not buying this. I don't give a shit. No one is buying this game. EA is never going to change.
Peter, for the low price of $12.99, you can buy the Sims 4 Laundry Day Stuff Pass.
I can't
which includes...
Oh god, is it the newest washer and dryer?
Dress in country style. Build a rustic home. And wash your wardrobe.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, the last part is the only thing that has to do with laundry.
Well, Jarrod, if you pay $12.99...
You can wear country style clothes.
I am not finding out, Peter. I am not finding out.
You know, if we had like an audience that paid us money, I would love to go to buy each DLC and do a detailed analysis of what I think each one's worth, and then get the grand total at the end. I'll be like, here is my pocket change, EA. This is the most I will give you.
Well, Peter, we have enough money to buy all the DLC in the LC funds.
We're not doing that. No.
I would Peter, I would like to get you to play because I have the base game, right? Like I own the base game. I would love to get you to play it and see what you would say the game's worth. Like, I want to get your honest opinion. We have to play through a while, so we have to get like a decent amount of footage, and then get like a documentary made of what Peter thinks of Sims 4.
That's just gonna be me getting progressively more upset until I can't speak anymore. That's all.
Oh man, They did the same thing with Dragon Age Inquisition. I really like those games, but I'm looking at 3 different packs here.
I said this last podcast. I am kind of looking forward to Dragon Age 4 when they announced it. It looks. I really enjoy the Dragon Age games. Grayden and I played a bit of the multiplayer together as well, and it was pretty decent.
I hope EA.
Did we?
Yeah,
there was
I only ever played Dragon Age Inquisition. Was there multiplayer in that one?
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
The more you know.
Did you not play it?
No, I played Inquisition. I don't remember a deal.
No, we played like the it's like a linear like go do this mission quickly together kind of thing.
I don't know.
I don't know if that was Dragon Age.
That could be
it was.
Game. Go
because it was the
quickly
thing that was happening in Dragon Age Inquisition that we were facing. The infection or whatever the fuck it was.
The flood?
You know, the green stuff. Basically, might as well have been
the rifts.
The rifts. That's it.
Oculus.
No.
Oh.
But now I'm kind of want to get Peter to play Sims 4 and get his. That's happening. I'm glad we've discussed this video idea in front of everyone, so it has to happen.
I can already feel like my pulse like starting to go faster. Like
we should go on EA Access because we both have it. We should play all the games we didn't play, like all the games that would look like crap, and then and do like an opinionated thing on and then you can value EA Access as a whole. Is it worth the $5 a month?
I don't want to play all those sports games. Are you kidding? I have so many sports. My favorite sports game to play or like the easiest sports game in my opinion is when you play the NBA games because they literally, no matter where you shoot the ball from, you fucking get it in the hoop. It's just amazing.
It's just like BA. That's why it's so fun to watch.
Oh man. Yeah. Fuck EA. But yeah, Peter, I can't wait to play Sims 4 with you. It's gonna be great.
Consent to this for the record. Like you didn't. This is an idea you had. I appreciate your creativity.
If you want to watch Peter play Sims, leave a like on this video.
Please don't like the video.
Yes, please like the video.
No, I want to see 0. I want to see dislikes.
No. If you have any opinion on this video besides not liking or disliking, click like or dislike to see Peter play Sims 4.
You tried. You got an effort award.
You know, it imploded halfway through that sentence in my brain, and then I didn't really know where to go from it. So I was like, well, just keep talking. Eventually we'll get there.
That's going to be me playing
You'll find your way out.
Oh, man. Maybe I'll do a video on Into the Breach and give an opinion on it. It's
good. It's a good game.
Have you played it?
I've not played it, but it's an indie game, and it's highly reviewed, and it's a strategy game. It has a unique art style, and a lot of care and love went into the game because it's an indie game. It's a guarantee, essentially. So, that's 5 reasons right there. If you need any more, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. We don't got time for your kind.
All right, I'll leave.
Okay. Well, since Jarrod's going, the star of the show, we might as well end the podcast here. If you guys
Thank you for calling me the star of the show.
Star shush. Go back in your trailer. Wait till you're called. If you like what we're doing here, we're Live Connection, a variety channel, doing a bunch of things. We've got a couple different initiatives in the work we're excited to share with you guys, so stay tuned with that. If you want to see more of us, join our Discord. You can get to know us, what we're up to, and all that general thing. And other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday day.
Sunday day.
Sunday day.
There is a day in Sunday.